Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the class. In this class, we'll continue further our discussion on business analytics. So far we have understood about what is business analytics, how it is different from data analytics, and we have started discussing how you can analyze the data. And while working on the analysis part, we were discussing how we can present the data. And for the presentation of the data, we discussed different forms of presentation, be it line chart or it pie chart, or in the form of text table, or in the form of packed bubble chart. We discussed how we can present the data, and the tool what we are using for the presentation of the data, we are using Tableau. Okay, so in order to work on Tableau, the basically, although we can connect our data with many data connectors, okay, like SQL or Oracle, we can use many data connectors, but here for our simplicity and understanding the concept, we are using MS Excel. Okay, and for MS Excel also the data connector, the workbook what we are using is sample superstore workbook. The same workbook which we'll get whenever we install the Tableau. That workbook what we are talking about, it have three worksheet. Those worksheets are order, people, and return. Okay, the worksheet people and return are not that much relevant. Okay, they contain very limited data. So the sheet what is relevant for us is order worksheet, and that I'm dragging under table. The moment I do that, possibly I can see the data preview of my data, and the data what we have used, not used, we are using is basically from the workbook called Sample Superstore Workbook. And in that we are using the worksheet called Order Worksheet. It have 21 column and 10,194 rows. Clear? Anybody have any doubt? So these 21 columns you can see here. These columns we can divide under groups, like they can be dimension or they can be measures. Okay, measures are quantitative data columns. So those columns which contain quantitative data like sales, order, discount, profit. Okay, these are basically, these are all are measures. While the other columns, what you can see, these are called as dimensions. So either your data is the part of dimension, or either your data is a part of measure. Okay, so that understanding basically can further divide the data under different data types. Like if you see order, or you can see some kind of columns like order or order ID or order date or ship date. You can see at the top some symbols are there. These symbols are basically data called as data type. So you can altogether consolidate your data in different columns under different what you call under different data types. They can be a number data type, or it can be date, it can be date time, it can be string. A string represent with ABC, Boolean, it can be geographical. So you can understand the difference, okay, of different data types what we have. Okay, so that is the advantage of working on Tableau. It works on business intelligence mainframe. Okay, so here when we see here our data, okay, possibly by default, whenever you are working on a Tableau, you can get by default 24 charts, okay, which you can work very easily when you are trying to work on Tableau. Okay, if you want the data in the form of table format, so just like click this, maybe subcategory and maybe subcategory and profit, just select them. And if you click on this something called text table, you get the data like this very easily. The subcategory and the profit data you wanted to see for each subcategory, how many subcategories are there total? We have discussed already that total 17 subcategories are there. The total three categories are there. City, if I'm not wrong, there are 542 cities are there. So like this, we have discussed like different columns. There are different types of different column we have discussed already. So like here, if you want to see the profit of different subcategory, you can do like this way. Okay, now suppose I got the profit of different subcategory. Now I want to see the sales data of different subcategory. So the same sales data, if you put under text, so you can see first profit, then sales like this. Okay, so maybe I don't want like this way. So I want first profit, first column profit, next column I want sales. So drag the sales under over this table. When you see something to me, just put it there. So now you can see for different subcategory, you can see profit, you can see sales. Okay, now maybe if you want maybe what quantity data, you want the count of quantity. So you can drag again count over here. When it comes show me, just put it there. So you can see the count data also. So you can see you're getting sum of profit, sum of quantity, sum of sales. Okay, if you want discount also, just drag the discount here. I hope you can understand this part. Clear? So in the form of table, for different subcategory, you will get different, what you call measure. These are called measure, all are measures. Uh, Either it is discount or profit or quantity or sales. These all are measures. You will get one by one all the clear. Others, please ask questions. Same thing if you want very instantly. So you can drag subcategory here. Okay. Then you can see something called measure names. So under measure names, you have discount, profit, quantity, sales, and then you can see something called measure values. So measure values contain aggregation form of all. So if I drag the measure values under text, you can see you can see all count of order, sum of discount, sum of profit, sum of quantity, sum of sales, all like superimposed on each subcategory. So what you can do, drag the measure name over column. So what you do under this scenario, just drag the measure names over each column. If you do that, for each subcategory, you get their different values. You can work on like fit height or fit width. You can work on them. Clear everyone? Anyone have any question, ask me. So for different subcategory, I can see the order count of the order, discount value, profit, quantity, sales. Done everyone. Suppose for different subcategories, like different subcategory, I drag them here. Okay. So I got different subcategory. Suppose I got sales value. Okay, I got sales value. So suppose I want average on the sales. I want suppose count on sales, sum of sales, all that. So what I can do, just go here, click on measures, and suppose I click average. So I got average on sales. Okay, now for each subcategory, I want count on sales. Again, I went sales and put it my data here. When it's showing, show me. Now I got average on sales. I got here sum of sales. Again, this sum, I can go here, go to measures, make it average. After that, I can do median also. I can do count also. So I got count on the sales. So for each subcategory, I got average on the sales, count on the sales. Now again, you can go and drag sales under here. Again, put the sales here. Again, so you got average on the sales, count on the sales. Again, go there, go to measure, and then you can put minima, maxima, standard deviation of sample, standard deviation of population. You can do that. Population, standard deviation. What is the difference between them? You can see this. And again, you can go there, again, drag the sales here. So if you noticed here, guys, there are two standard deviations are there. Okay, so one is population standard deviation, another one is sample standard deviation. You can see variance also. How variance are related with standard deviation. Anyone? What is the relation between variance and standard deviation? Variance and standard deviation. Anyone like to explain? Variance is the change amount. And then what is standard deviation? What is standard deviation then? Standard deviation. Guys, variance and standard deviation both represent the same thing. Okay, they're talking about the deviation of the expected from actual. So either you talk about variance or either you talk about standard deviation, they talk about the same thing. The difference between them is that the variance square of standard deviation, guys. You have to understand whenever you're saying variance and standard deviation, you have to understand variance is the square of standard deviation. Okay. So if you see this data, so this is the standard deviation, this is the variance. Variance is the square of standard deviation. And both standard deviation and variance, they talk about risk on the data. So whenever we have a data, if you like Arvind has mentioned about spread. So spread is basically deviation, dispersion. So more is the spread, more is the possibility of dispersion. Yeah, so if somebody asks you like, are you interested to, maybe if I talk in the term of language of cricket, maybe if you understand that better. So like which cricket team right now which are playing World Cup matches, which team has the minimum standard deviation? So the answer would be India. Okay, because India has consistently has won all the matches. Then after India, it would be England because England has consistently lost all the matches. And so you're getting me. So which country which is playing match have more standard deviation? Your answer can be Pakistan because some matches they have won, some matches they have lost. I hope you're getting me. So when you could not predict something, that because it have more standard deviation. So I hope I'm making the things clear to all of you, where the variance is the square of the standard deviation. So the average, count, all those things you understand. If you divide the sum from the count, you will get the average. So this is the sum of the data. If you divide the sum from the count, you will get this average. So 167,380 divided by 775 will be 216. Clear, everyone? So like if this average on sales I got, I clicked here, then I went to quick table calculation. If differences I want, okay, I'll go to format under that average on sales, number value. See, you can see the decimal. I wanted to see decimal value. You're getting it right. Standard deviation, standard deviation. You can see this. I want to see the decimals because I know that exactly it won't be 334. I knew that they would be decimal values. Clear, right? So you know basic things like I can just give some name text table calculation. So you can give the name to the sheet. These things you understand. You can go to worksheet, click on show caption, and here you can give details like what exactly you're talking about. You can give a brief detail about the form of calculation, what you're trying to show. Done, everyone. So far in the Tableau, when it comes to the discussion, what all we have worked on. Okay, so we have started discussing about column chart. Okay, we talked about vertical column chart, horizontal column chart. Discuss about sorting the data, how we can sort the data. Okay, we talked about stacked column chart. We talked about stacked column chart. Okay, so in the stack column chart, how you can regroup the data, like this is the there for different subcategory. If I have sales and profit value, if suppose I want to see region wise for different subcategory, I got suppose for different subcategory, I got sales for different subcategory. Suppose I got coming in and change this to text. Yeah, for different subcategory, I got sales and profit data, okay, for different subcategory. Now I want to see them region wise. I drag the regions. So you can see region wise their profit and sales data. Okay, so like this, if you want to discuss further on within each category. So what you can do, you can discuss in the form of graphical form if you want to discuss. Then the stacked column chart will come into picture. So like for each subcategory, four regions will discuss under each four region the same thing. So then the same thing will discuss under stacked column chart. So we have discussed about basically the column chart, vertical column chart, horizontal column chart. We have discussed about them. Okay, we discuss how you can connect the data. We discuss about connections like live and extract. So when you work on Tableau desktop, you're actually working on live. You can see here, you can make any changes in your what do you say, the Excel file. The same change will happen here. Okay, you can actually save your work. Whatever work you're doing, you can go to file, and then you can go to save as, and then under save as you can go and save your data. Okay, when you're saving your work data, you'll save in .tbwx format. You can even publish the work, what the work you're doing. Okay, the same work you can publish in Tableau public. Okay, for that you need to click on this share option. So the share option, what you're seeing here, You need to click there. But before you click on the share option, you need to change the connection from live to extract. Then you can do that. So once you click there, then make this, use this as a link, http://public.tableau.com/s. So then you can connect with this link. So, but before you do that, your connection should be extract, not live connection. Okay, we have discussed these things. I hope you remember. Ask questions if you have any question. So all the work, whatever we do on Tableau, will save in .tvwx format. Okay, then we have Tableau desktop, we have Tableau public. So Tableau public, you know that it have limited features. Okay, when you work on Tableau desktop, it have more or less all the features of actual Tableau. Only thing is that you need to buy that at the link, activation link. Otherwise, you'll get a only 14 days trial period. Once that get over, you actually have to buy it in order to use it further. Clear, you know those parts. So right now we are lucky that we are under that 14 days time period. I hope you guys are using Tableau desktop. Other way, no problem, you can use Tableau public also. You can simply go to Google and just click on download Tableau desktop or Tableau public, you will get the same thing. Done, everyone? Ask questions, whatever we have done so far. Anyone have any question? Hmm. So you know that the Excel workbook what we are using, it have 21 columns. So one of the column is customer names, around 800 customer names are there. Okay, categories, we have three categories: furniture, office supplies, and technology. We have 542 cities. The data what we are using, they belongs to two country, Canada and USA, where out of 59 states, 49 states belong to USA, 10 states belong to Canada. So data is of the 4 years, 2020 to 2023. Okay, so you can see three segments are there: consumer, corporate, home supplies. Four types of shipping modes are there. So we have already discussed about them. We discussed about column chart. Okay, we discussed how we can, for each subcategory, how we can analyze the data in the term of sales and profit. So simultaneously we can study them. That also we had discussed about them. Okay, we have discussed about keep only, exclude. I hope you remember the features of keep only and exclude. Okay, nobody have any doubt with that. Like, so we have discussed about keep only, like region. If I drag the segment under column and if I drag the sales under row, so we got this value. So sales, and if I put under level, I can see values here. Here we discussed about something called keep only and exclude. I hope you nobody have any doubt. So keep only, exclude, or using filter all mean same thing. Okay, normally, if you use a string and you use a measure, you always get a column chart. While if you use date or date time with measures, you'll get a line chart like what you can see here. In case if you are getting a column, but you don't want column chart, maybe you want line chart, you can go and just change the mark from automatic to whatever you want. Clear? You can change their color. Fine. So we have discussed different forms of data visualization chart, be it's line graph or be it's bar graph or it's pie chart. We discussed about them. Okay, if we have discussed about keep only and exclude already. Okay, like we have discussed like if subcategory wise profit, if I want to draw a column chart, we have discussed like this. So basically profit, when we see the profit value, some values are are positive, some values are negative. So that's why you see this what you say, you see this rectangle being downward direction, they're showing negative profit, while the upward direction are positive profit data. So we have discussed already the text table, like subcategory profit wise. Okay, then this you can see this subcategory profit, then subcategory and sales and profit together. Like why I'm using subcategory here, because there's 17 subcategories are there. So basically, we fill more filled form of data. If I use region, I have four regions. So if I use category or segment, I have three categories or segment. That does not lack that much filled. So because the we wanted to see more filled form of data, so that's why subcategory will make more sense to us. We have already discussed these questions. Okay, the answers of these questions already we have discussed in the previous classes. Nobody have any doubt with them. Okay, clear everyone. We have discussed like the stacked column chart, like for region wise, different category sales value. We have discussed about them. Okay, keep only, exclude, then using some if functions of Excel. Okay, all that we have discussed. Pie chart also we have discussed region wise. Then if I want to change this value, numerical value, here I for different four regions, I got the sales value. I wanted to change this sales value for different regions into percentage. We know how to do that. Okay, I go to quick table calculation, then percent of total. I hope you remember. Okay, so quickly, if you want, you can just do that work for revision purpose for different regions. For different regions, if I just click on sales value and if I go to show me pie chart, I hope you remember we have done this in last class here, and then I change this from standard to entire view. Then sales, if I put under level, I'll get the value. Region under, if I put under level. Okay, now these values what I got, I want in the term of percentage. So what I'll go to sum of sales. I'll go to sum of sales, then quick table calculation, percentage of total. I got this. Now again sales value, I will put again under level. So yeah, so for each region, I got the sales value either in percentage, either in numerical form. I hope you guys remember this. Okay, thus if you want to increase or decrease the decimal, okay, so what you can do, just go there and just click on format, then go to field, percent of total, numbers, percentage, increase the decimal or decrease the decimal. It's up to you. So here we are comparing uh, the regions, different regions and their sales value. This I can close. Okay, if I select a region and then profit, and then if I go to show me, so that I cannot draw again, one more pie chart here overlapping it. So that is not possible. So like I thought region and sales wise, I draw pie chart. So can I draw region profit wise? That is not possible here. Okay, now for each I got right. Now maybe I want to analyze this region, the value of this region, maybe category wise. So if I drag the category under row, so I can see three categories: furniture, office supplies, and technology. And I got the pie chart. These are like coming vertically. If I want them horizontally, I put them under column. So yeah, I can see the same thing under and horizontally. So I can see the three categories. They are furniture, the home supplies, office technology, and office supplies. Clear, no? Like, so now, for now, maybe if I want to analyze segment wise, if I put segment under row, so I can see category and segment of the four regions. Maybe I'm just looking for central region. So this not look making sense. Control Z. So if you want central region, all that you cannot do because then it does not become a pie chart. Because if I'm trying to drag region under filter, it's not working. So if I remove this, yeah, I got the data, but yeah, it's not a pie chart. For different segment, three segments are there. We have different categories. Okay, if I wanted central region data, so yeah, I got the central region data, but you can understand. So it's not at all a pie chart because you're talking about only one region. It's not making any sense. So whenever we work on visual representation, we need to think something which should make some sense visually also. Because whenever you're talking about pie chart, it need to have different grouping. Okay, you cannot talk about one grouping. Clear, right? So we have discussed about pie chart already. I hope nobody have any doubt. Okay, so pie chart of different regions, category wise, we have discussed. Okay, we have discussed like this, like text table also discussed for different regions, shipping mode, the sales data. Okay, I hope if nobody have any doubt plotting this representation. If you want, you can try this plotting this representation. Clear? You want to try, please try this. Plot this representation in your Tableau. Fine, everyone. So we have four regions, and then for each region, you can have shipping mode. You know that four types of shipping modes are there: first class, same day, second class, and standard class. And these are their different sales value. Clear everyone? Others also can ask if you have any doubt. Then shipping more different regions, sales value. So the four regions, four types of shipping mode. Okay. And then the sales value you can get in percentage. You can get the numerical value. I hope this also you can do by yourself. Just use that percent of total. Just use percent of total. Then everyone, then pie chart for different region, ship mode. You can do it like this. Then like this is shipping mode. Four shipping modes are there. First class, same day, second class, standard class. Okay, for different region wise, you can do this. Or under different shipping mode, you can think about categories. Three categories are there: furniture, home supplies, furniture, office supplies, and technology. And here you have four shipping modes are there. So you'll get 12 pie charts. Okay, all this thing is, I hope everyone understand. Now the next thing we'll discuss is the tree map chart. Okay, so what is tree map chart? It is used to display the data in nested rectangles in attractive manner. Okay, so like something like this. So select subcategory and sales and then click on tree map. So very simple. If you want to draw tree map chart, so if suppose you want to draw tree map chart here, okay, here I'll write tree map. So I'll go here and I'll write tree map chart. I just select this. I increase this font size. I change this color. Done. So I want to draw tree map chart. So what I'll do, you can select anything. I just selected subcategory. And then what I did, I selected profit or sales, anything doesn't matter. Then you see something called tree map. This is the tree map. So just click there. Yeah. So now you can see for different subcategories, you got this data in the form of table like this, where this color of this rectangle and the size of the rectangle is actually talking about the sales value. You can see some rectangles are very dark in color because their sales value is higher than some rectangle which are less darker or smaller in color, smaller in size because they have less sales value. You can drag the sales under level. This is another way of representation. So this is tree map chart. Clear everyone? Try this everyone. So you'll get something like this kind of representation. Now, if you drag the profit into color, then you'll get something like this representation where suddenly some rectangle start appearing orange or light orange or yellow in color. If you notice here in left side, basically it shows that here you are getting different subcategories, uh, profit and sales wise, because some profit are negative profit. So more negative is the profit, more darker orange color kind of representation you'll get, and lesser, like, if once you start moving from negative profit to positive profit, the color will change. So the same thing here, if I drag the profit under color, you can see this. Clear, everyone? Anyone, any doubt with this tree map chart? Clear, right, everyone? Now, like this, the way we drawn the tree map chart, you can draw like something called nested tree map chart. For this, select region sales and click on tree map chart. So you get, the four regions, the sales value, then put subcategory in color, then put nested tree map chart. If I want to do maybe nested tree map chart, nested tree map chart, if I want to plot. So region sales. Okay, I go to sub show me here tree map, and then again I drag the sales under level. So four levels, sorry, four regions, their sales value. Now what they're telling, drag the subcategory under color. If you drag the subcategory under color, you can see this sub 17 subcategories with different color, and then you can see each subcategory divided into four regions. So this would be nested tree map chart. Clear? Yeah, so very good analogy, Arvind. So we have 17 subcategories, and each subcategory is like divided into four regions. So we have actually total 68 data here, where each data representing the sales for them. So this is something like this subcategory, and then if you have sales data, and this if I'm putting under different regions. Yeah. So for each subcategory, I can see four regions. So the same thing which is visible here like this, the same thing in the visual form is representing like this, although both are conveying the same information. Then, so you will get this form of representation. Next to discuss is packed bubble chart. I believe last class already I have discussed about packed bubble chart. So packed bubble chart, basically it represents the data in the cluster of circles, extended versions of tree map. Okay, so basically the tree map are in the form of square while packed bubble are in the form of circle. Okay, so for that I need to click on subcategory and sales, then click on packed bubble chart. If I do that, I'll get something like this. I hope you remember last class we have discussed on packed bubble chart. Clear everyone? Others also can reply, only Arvind is replying. What about others? Anyone have any doubt? Others people, please ask questions, please discuss. Okay, Rajat is replying. What about other people? Aditi, Afin, Albin, Amrit Raj, Aparna, Arvind, Ashwin, Bhanu, Bhavesh, Dilna, Mohan, Ramya. Any doubts, Sharmila? So you can draw packed bubble chart if you select subcategory and sales and then click on packed bubble. So for different subcategory, you can see the sales value. Now, if you put profit under color, then again, you'll get the similar kind of representation, which I have explained you, where like some orange kind of representation will come, orange and blue. Okay, so blue side talking about higher profit, while order orange side is talking about higher, what you say, negative profit. So the range of profit from more negative to more positive can be represented here. Okay, you can try packed bubble chart. So if I go here, I select subcategory and then sales. And then if I go to show me, I can click on packed bubble. Okay, then if I drag the sales under level, so I can see packed bubble of different subcategories. Okay, you can just click on F7. If you click on F7 or presentation mode, you can see different subcategory. These all are visual representation. Now, if I drag the profit under color, so then we'll get this kind of representation. And like subcategories like table or bookcases, they have negative profit. Clear everyone? Anyone, any doubt? Then for multiple packed bubble chart, select the multiple packed bubble chart. What you can do, select the product name and sales, select the product name and sales and click on packed bubble chart. So for the multiple packed bubble chart, what should I do? Product name and sales. If I just go and select product name and sales, press control And then what they're telling, click on packed bubble chart. Something like this. You can understand. I think there are more than 500 or 600 products are there. So you get some kind of this kind of representation. And then put region in color. You can see 4 regions. If I put region under level, you can see 4 regions. Then put region in color. So select. Clear. So you will get some kind of this kind of representation. So this is for multiple packed bubble chart. There are too much products are there. So that's why you are getting some kind of this kind of symbols like this too much. Okay, then I the moment I put region into color, so altogether these product name, their values, they got segregated into 4 regions. You can see this product names. If I drag the product name under a row, I can see so many product names are there. And then if I drag the sales under text, you can see the sales value. So this is what we are doing. And if I'm dragging the region here under column, so you can see this all together, this data, I am getting like this. So you can understand how much complicated the data has become. And if I see here product name, so around 1849 products are there. And then the same thing if you're putting under region. So for each 1849, you have 4 data. So you can understand how much complicated it become. The more than 7,300 cells it become. So this is the form of packed bubble chart. Clear everyone? So if you want, you can do just practice of whatever we have done, and then we'll continue further. So I want you to just revise what we have done so far. We have discussed about bubble chart, we discussed about tree map chart, we discussed about pie chart, column chart, we discussed about table format data. Just once, if you can revise by yourself different types of visual representation. If you can revise by yourself, it would be good. Packed bubble chart. It varies from objective to objective, Arvind. Different charts. Nowadays, multiple charts are there. More prominently, histogram or pie chart, line chart. These are very common basic chart through which we can represent anything. This packed bubble or tree map, these all cannot be used for all form of data. Everyone just revise what all we have done so far. You all have Tableau with you. Just revise the concept, whatever I've done. I'm giving you 5 minutes time. If you want to take break, you can take break also. We can continue further after 5 minutes. Clear everyone? Anyone have any doubt? Whatever we have discussed so far, you can ask questions. Feel free to ask questions. Whatever we have done so far, we have discussed about different forms of charts. Anyone, any question? Fine. Going further, we discuss about pack bubble chart. Next, we can discuss about word cloud or map chart. So how we can work on word cloud or map chart. So like it same way, it represent the data in the form of word cloud. If you're talking about some kind of representation like word cloud or word map, again, this is another form of representation and it represent the data in the form of word cloud. Okay, so for this, select the state and province and sales. Okay, for this, what you should do, select the state or province and sales and then click on tree map. So if for word cloud, if I want to draw word cloud, okay, so maybe if I'm talking about word cloud or word map, just a name, yeah. So word cloud or word map. So what I did, I just clicked on state, province and sales, and then I just clicked on this tree map, and then I can drag again the sales under level. So for different states, I can see the value. For different states, I can see the sales value. Again, here the size of rectangle, the color of rectangle is talking about the sales value. More darker is the rectangle, more is the sales value. So all that you can understand. So around 59 states are there. So you can see this representation like this. Now this mark from automatic, if you click on text, then the same thing you can see like this. You have seen this kind of representation in many billboards, symbols and all. So generally Tableau is being used for this kind of uh, representation. So actually 59 states are there. If you understand here, uh, 59 states are there. Around 59 states are there. You can see 59 states, and these are the sales value of these 59 states. You can see these states. You have 59 states. Okay, you can see the sales value of these 59 states. So this is a one way of representation of the data where you try to see the sales value of this 59 states. Okay, these states belong to USA and Canada. The one way of representation of the sales value. The another way you can represent them in the form of word cloud like this. Clear? Then go to mark change automatic to text once you're done with the tree map. Once you do that, you'll get some kind of representation like this. Then if I put color, profit in colors, then if I put profit in colors, so you know that some states are having a negative profit. So the orange color is talking about negative profit, while the blue color is talking about a positive profit. So you can see the variation of the data from orange to blue color. Clear everyone? So all the 59 states, you can see their values, and you can see the way of they are being represented. So data types already we have discussed. Either they are number, whole or decimal, or they can be date, time, string, boolean, geographical. Already I have discussed that if you plot a graph between string and a number, okay, you will get a column data type, not a column data type, you will get a column chart. Okay, we have already discussed, while if you take date or date time, and if you try to represent them in the form measure, you get a line chart. While if you take two measures, you'll get a scatter diagram. Already we have discussed with them. Okay, next we'll discuss is the map representation of the data, the map form, like like something like this. So we'll discuss both US map and gonna discuss Indian map. So we'll discuss both uh, plotting US map and Indian map. So two types of maps we have. We have field map and we have symbol map. Like if you go to Tableau and if you go to show me, you can see two kinds of map. So this is field map, this is symbol map. So we'll try to discuss about symbol map and field map. Okay, for plotting map, what we need, guys, we need state or provinces. Okay, the only problem here is that when it comes to state province is that, like if I take the country, if I take the country under row, two countries are there. Data is of two countries, Canada and USA. And then if I take state provinces, so you can understand around 10 states are Canadian states and 49 states are US states. You understand this? Okay, so what happened when I plot the map right uh, here? So when I'll pull the data, it will show me error. Okay, so first it will show me error as if because I'm sitting in India. So by default, as per my latitude and longitude, by default, Tableau would visualize that like I'm trying to plot the map of India. So then if I say Tableau that no, because my data is of USA and Canada, so or basically my data is of North America. So I want to plot the map of USA. So first it will show me 59 errors, and from 59 error it will show me 10 error, because if I say that I want to plot the map of Canada, it will show me 49 error, because here the data should be either USA or either Canada. It should be of one country, because here the data is of two countries, so it will show me an error. Okay, so at the end of the day, I can choose only one country. I cannot plot the map of two countries together. Okay, so like suppose if I just go here, and here if I just click on filled map, filled map, So if you want to draw field map, for drawing field map, what we need state and province and profit, and click on the field map. Okay, we get the following representation. Now, if you do that, you'll get this representation. So imagine if I do that. So if I just click state and province, then you can choose filter. You can click profit or sales. Then if I go and click on field map, you'll get this kind of representation. Clear, everyone? This much done, everyone. Once you're done, let me know, then I'll go ahead. Yeah, Arvind is done, Rajat is done. What about others? I, I, I hope I'm not teaching only to two person. I believe more people are listening to me, not two persons. Others also can reply. Done, everyone. So what I have done, I'll show you again. Nothing I have done. I just selected something and then I drag. Okay, so what I did, I just clicked on state province, then I clicked on sales, and then I went to show me, and then there I clicked on field map. Okay, so once I've done that, okay, so once I've done that, now it will show me 59 error. Why 59 error? Because there are 59 states are there, and it's trying to represent them based on my me means the person who is plotting this, he or she latitude longitude, based upon latitude longitude of the region they're trying to plot, and they could not able to do that. So for this I go to edit location, and here I change the country from India, to which I'll change the country from India to United States. United States. Once I've done that, now you can see it will show you 10 errors. Why 10 error? Because 59 states are there, and I want to superimpose these 59 states on US map. But you can understand 10 states belong to Canada, so which I could not able to superimpose. That's why showing me the error. So you can either, you have two options. Either you can ignore this 10 unknown, or you go to Excel, delete those data of 10 Canadian states. Okay, remove Canada from your data. You can do that again, to save it and close it and refresh it here, so that you don't want error. Or you can just ignore 10 error here, because those 10 states you cannot plot in US. I hope you are getting me. So state and province, then I clicked on sales, then show me field map. Clear, everyone? Then I drag the sales under level. I drag my state under level. I can change their color. You can change any color, it's up to you. I really don't suggest go with the color selection of mine. Done, everyone. Clear? Anybody have any question? Please ask me. Then I went to edit location. So you click on this 59 unknown. So when you just, once you selected the state, province and sales and field map, you clicked on field map. What I've done here, see what I've done here. You click on state, province, then sales, then show me, click on field map. So it will show you here 59 unknown. Click on those 59 unknown, go to edit location, change the country. Here the country would be shown as India. Change the country from India to USA. From India, change the country from India to USA. It will still show you 10 unknown. Why it will show those 10 unknown? Those belong, those. So it will still show you 10 unknown. Those 10 unknowns, it will show you those 10 unknowns are of Canada. Clear, everyone? Okay, then I drag the state of provinces under level, state of provinces under level, and I drag the sales under level. Sales under level I wanted. Yeah. You can change the color, any color you want. Clear, everyone? Anybody want to ask any question? Here I can see here, Arvind, like you can see the index, Arvind. This color based is on sales basis. Here I'm not selected Arvind profit. Now if I drag the Arvind profit under color, this is the representation I'll get. Control Z, Earlier representation was only based on sales, lesser value of sales to the higher value of sales, where the color was changing dark blue to red color. Clear everyone? I edit location, I change the location from India to the United States. So if you put profit and states in level, I put under profit under level, states in level, what will happen? The level already I've done, profit and states. Then click on map background color. Once you're done with this, can you see a column called map? Once you're done with this, click on map, then background layer. What I'm trying to do, I want to erase the neighboring states. Click on background layer and then untick whatever is being selected here. Whatever is being selected, you can untick that. Then anyone have any doubt, ask me. Okay, so we are done with this. So you go to map. If you want to remove the surrounding states, go to map under that background layer. Then under background map layer, you'll see some some columns which are ticked. Just untick them. Once you untick everything, then possibly you'll get a representation without surrounding regions like what we got here. Clear everyone? Can we go ahead? Everyone understood? So once we are clear with this, okay. So now the same way we can discuss about one was field map, another one is symbol map. So for this, I just click on state and province. I can click on sales. If I click on symbol map, you'll get a symbol map like this. Okay, then if I go to mark and change from automatic to map, I'll get this representation like this. Now, if I go and put state or province under level and sales under level, I can see their values and change their color. On visible only. You can go to under map and you can go inside map and then you can remove the background layer. You can drag profit under color. Same thing, the way we created the field map, like the same way you can do symbol map also. Go to map and then you can remove the background layers to remove the surrounding regions. Clear everyone? The same thing would have done if you just select the state and province, put under detail, change the automatic to map, sales under level, state or province under level, you'll get the same thing. Change the color. Anyway, we are done with this. So I hope you understood. Nobody have any doubt. Now we have drawn the US map. Now I want to plot Indian map. So for this, I need to close this. So for plotting Indian map, again, I'll open the Tableau. Microsoft Excel. Here I will go. Here I will go. Microsoft Excel, 1 minute. Okay, that data is not there. Is it with me right now? Indian states data. 1 minute. Just give me a moment. So next, we'll discuss about how we can plot histogram regarding plotting of Indian states, the map of India. Like I'll show you next class. So this Indian map will do next class. Now we'll talk about histogram. So histogram, when it comes to histogram, it works on continuous data. In order to draw a histogram, we need only one measure. Okay, like if you see under Tableau and if you go to show me and if you click on histogram, you just need one measure. Okay, we have measures like discount, profit, quantity, sales, right? So if I go and drag the measure names in column, and if I plot, put measure values under row, so guys, I can see four, I have four types of measures. Okay, I have discount, I have count, I have profit, quantity, and sales. I can see these values. Measure value, if I put under text, so you can see the what is the sum of sales, sum of quantity, all this I can see. So measure values. Yeah, so I can see the sum of sales, sum of quantity, sum of profit, sum of discount, count of quantity. So here for plotting histogram, I just need one measure. So out of these measures, I'm considering the measure called quantity. Okay, I'm considering the measure called quantity. If I go to Excel, if I go to Excel, so documents, I can go to, if I go to Excel sample superstore workbook. Okay. Here for plotting histogram, I'm going to the quantity dimension. here I'm going to quantity. If you see the quantity, if you see the quantity here, guys, it have value from 1 to 14. If you see the quantity, it have value from 1 to 14. If you see the quantity, it have the value from 1 to 14. If you go to this column called quantity, you can see value from 1 to 14. Okay. So we are for plotting histogram, we are considering quantity, right? So we are considering quantity, and and if I work on quantity for plotting histogram, if I can write here histogram, for that I just need one measure. I just took that measure as quantity. Okay, and then I went here and clicked on histogram. So I got the histogram. Okay, so histogram where in x-axis you can see the quantity in the form of bins. Okay, and the quantity is from 0 to 14, and in y-axis you can see quantity here like this. Okay, if you understand here this quantity what you're getting. Okay, so it should be continuous in nature, showing discrete convert to discrete. It's showing discrete quantity, but it should be continuous, so you should be continuous in nature. The next thing what you can do here, if you go to quantity, okay, if you go to quantity, if you go to create, you can create calculated field, or you can create groups, bins, etc. Okay, you can do that work. Okay, or if you go to quantity, okay, and then just inside the quantity, if you edit the quantity here, guys, if you notice this quantity bin, the quantity bin, the column what you're seeing, so the size of the bin here is, that is 1.66. So this 1.66, if I make it 2, okay, so this look appropriate. And again, if I drag the quantity under level, if I drag the quantity under level, I can see in an head count of different quantities here from 0 to 16, where the column width is 2 to 0 to 2. So I have 933 data, 2 to 4, I have 12,185 data, then 4 to 6, 11,193 data, where you can understand the maximum quantity is contributed from the class width 2 to 4. So like for plotting histogram, what you need for plotting histogram, you need continuous data. So we got the continuous data here. And what we are using quantity for plotting this continuous data. Clear, everyone? Anyone, any doubt? You're understanding, right? The same thing you could have done if you drag the quantity under level. If you drag the quantity under level, count of quantity, okay, 1 minute. Count of quantity, yeah. So like this value, 0 to 2, how many time it has came? So it has came 933 times. The value 2, it has came how many times? If you go to Excel, if you quantity, you can see the 2. So around how many? 10,194 rows are there, na? Total rows are 10,194. So and there you have quantity from 1 to 14. How many times that value of quantity is repeated? So the other way, what you can do, you can go to this sheet. Here, what you do, drag the quantity under row. If I drag the quantity under row, uh, I got as like sum of the quantity. I don't want sum of the quantity. I want that count of the quantity. So go to measure and change it to count. Okay. Once you're done with this, once you change the measure from quantity, sum of quantity to count of the quantity, then you can go to quantity. Okay, then drop down arrow there, go to create, and here what you want to create, I want to, this is my x-axis, the count of the quantity is my x-axis, this count of the quantity. This I created. Okay. Now I want y-axis. For y-axis, what I want? Quantity bins. Okay. So for this, from this data, I want to create count of the quantity, right? So for that, what I did, I just went to drop down. I went to create. Inside that, I click on bins. Bins here represent what? Bins here representing bins here. What is bins are representing? Bins are representing basically your count of the quantity. So quantity bins. So the already quantity bin is there. So again, I just say I another quantity bin, or if I write this as new histogram, I just give this name as new histogram. And what the size of the bin which I want to create, the size I put as 2. Okay. And then I press OK. So I got this new histogram. This new histogram, if I put under column, now you can see you have the count of quantity in the y-axis, and in x-axis you have count of the quantity. Okay, so now once you get this, now if you see this new histogram, you have to change this to continuous, convert this into continuous. And if you want, you can increase the size of this. You can do that. You can change the standard to entire view. That work you can do. Just if I just remove it here, again, if I drag the new histogram here, okay, I can go to size, make it fixed. Okay. Then the same quantity I can put under level so that I can see their values. So I get the histogram of the same. So here, in order to plot the histogram, what I have done, I've used a measure called quantity. Clear, everyone? Ask questions if you have any question. Histogram works on continuous data. So whenever you study in statistics, something which is based on normal distribution. So in order to work on normal distribution, if we have continuous data, so what we do, we represent them in the form of rectangular charts, like columnar chart, what you can say. Only thing is that the data should be continuous. And for them, we use something called histogram in the form of rectangles. If you represent the same thing in the form of line, then it is called as frequency polygon. Clear, everyone? Ask questions. Dilna, Mohan, Rajat, Shahid, Navneet, Sharmila, Sayan, Roshna, Varsha, Vinu, Cheetal. Ask question. Archana, Ashwin, Aparna, Amrit, Raj, Ali, Aditi. Any question? Data should be continuous means, yeah, it should have sequence. Yeah, like 0 to 4, then like 0 to 2, then 2 to 4, then 4 to 6, 6 to 8. Like you studied, no, current. like current, two kinds of currents are there, direct current and alternating current. So direct current is discrete in nature. And like if you see the example of stairs, and so you have two kinds of stairs, no? Like one stairs one by one, one by one. So that is discrete. Another can be like in hospital where you can like what how let's say like it does not have any step by step. Just a kind of rift is there where you can walk very easily. So then it become a continuous. If there's an overlapping of the data, it is a continuous. If the discrete means there's a gapping. Others, please ask questions. Done, everyone. Anyone want to ask any question? Okay, if nobody have any doubt, then we are good to conclude today class. Thank you, everyone. I'll see you again for the next class. Just revise whatever I've done for you. I'll see you all in next class. Thank you, everyone.